Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team ban.
All the BSJ shit honestly pisses me off. Just like, BSJ is the only thing I filtered out on the Dota 2
I'm
subreddit.
Charlie, I don't like fun.
Shut the fuck.
Radiant
Anyway, we're
team
gonna have
ban.
mostly typical bans here. Coddle, Lone Druid, Centaur, one stand.
Yeah, that's different. I think typically when teams ban out something like that, it's like sort of a throwaway.
10
They think
seconds remaining.
there are this many heroes that we want, and so if we sort of throw away something that we don't really want to play against, and they have first pick, they take one, we get two.
Or lock is the choice higher, so it means what combo does Team Freedom get? Not a combo I was really expecting.
Nah, it was not a combo I was expecting.
SF, alright.
I mean, I could see one of those heroes.
I mean, why are you online?
But early Shadow.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Imber spirit.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Sand King.
Radiant team pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. 10 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Not dumped on.
Yeah. I mean, if you get, like, if the matchup is bad, which was and SF, gonna be real bad. I think you do.
I think Ember Spirit should have a much easier time in the safe lane this game because it'll have a Warlock Rubik. It'll have some beefier supports in the Onyx game. It really just had Disruptor? Was it a Disruptor? I don't remember, but it was like, there's only one support.
Alright, I think Freedom can go for like a self-sufficient core here, and they have Wisp, Dazzle Wisp as an act. Because I think you need always need to be able to pair him up with some. Because otherwise, if you don't have that extra support, you can't get on the creep wave. If you can't get on the creep wave, then Caustic Finale.
Right, you don't really have a purpose in lane.
Yeah, so you gotta enable him. So, Lifestealer's gone, Juggernaut's gone. Weaver would be a good one. Yeah, that's definitely a self-sufficient.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Could be a potential thing.
Well, it has always been popular in the Chinese scene.
I thought, and then when the Chinese didn't do anything like that, they just ran 4-position Doom, right? But that's it. And they didn't try running like 1 position or safe lane to say, because you're not one. When they didn't do that, I gave up all hope. I was like, okay,
well,
I've seen the safe lane Doom before. If China's not gonna run it, then I don't think it's a thing.
Well, in all fairness, I don't think EJ is gonna be the team to do it, because safe lane Doom. If you're going to run safe lane Doom, you might want something that scales a little better in the off lane. RTK doesn't typically play those heroes.
Yeah, that's true. Very heavily.
So, I just think it doesn't work out that well for EJ.
Whatever. I mean, Jubei, the way Jubei plays, usually plays it free.
30 seconds to battle.
If I looked at just the hero setup, I think that's nice. That's the A-bottom would be better.
I think in this scenario it looks fine just because the Ember's already going. The SF already has the event. I like the aggro tribe potential. The freedom.
The battle begins.
Jubei, he's gonna hang as Ember Spirit, very definitely that help off the bat. A bad matchup, but it's about to get a whole lot worse.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
I'm down. Now going to have to play a very
No, Jubei's gonna stick to the mid lane, which
Fire are doing the smart thing. They're trying to wrap around and catch Eagle on the side here. Looks like he is gonna die. He's gotta heal, save himself from that. Shadow Word, he's gonna have to make some sort of
Bought a
juke TP play. Might just be able to get out of here. He has his axes in second total, but he's gotta TP it all the way back though, maybe.
yeah, I mean I think that's fine. He'll probably miss maybe a couple of PCS at chase.
IX Mike is in trouble, not level 2, now stands for a strike. It's gonna be kind of close. Whitebeard knows that even just one more extra hit could bring it is a shield after all those right. Now it's time.
Well, actually the wave is...
Keep this tanking like. otherwise he might.
I mean, he feels safe going to the lane now just because they have that ward that's quite rotating mid.
Meanwhile, BSJ. Oh. Matchup. Always good. Pick up on the dash. It works out once again. It looks like IX Mike's actually going to turn around. He doesn't have any mana, but he's going to try and mana up on Whitebeard anyway. That's a bad
Let's
idea.
get his ankle broken.
He realized oh, now the turnaround. Oh, if they can actually finish off Whitebeard and pop him, it'll slow down TC, and they get the Coxie finale on him too. 1 turns to 2, 2 almost turns to 3. Fluff and stuff is able to make his TP out, but what a turnaround play there. IX Mike is just baiting them. Great decision.
Burrow strike. Looks much better for actually, I'll see us.
Bang does have a other up, so. Eat it. Chase down Whitebeard.
Whitebeard started with boots first. A little safer.
PSJ going for a 2-throw build so far. Need a Scorched Earth, but I think also right now. Level Scorched Earth up as high as you can this lane.
Yeah, and the plus 80 Devour Gold is so good now.
Yeah, I think that's the whole entire. You max out Devour, you farm. You pass your experience. And it. So.
But despite having a disadvantageous matchup and getting his player sniped, Brink is not doing that bad.
Good for CF.
Get to face up against a Wisp as well.
I was a little bit afraid while his Wisp our way.
He doesn't really see the Rubik or the Warlock, so
Like they're back medium. Try and go. Not sure how would they really do that without an edge. You've got the holding power.
but he is still
Don't
quite
have the damage. Unless they force him to use Scorched Earth, then they can bring blown up. Now, the Scorched Earth used, and BSJ still a little bit of damage on him too. They're going to try and catch him with his health. Needs to still pull him back. Right, not doing enough. BSJ slows them both down. They'll be able to do so. Again, like they needed that extra team to make the difference. Really kill on Doom would have done a lot, not just for slowing down the Doom, but also picking up the pace of this back.
I think that was probably a little optimistic. The Rubik still is only level 3, it's just a level 2 fit. I suppose it's some pressure on BSJ. It's not like I don't imagine he used Black Hole too many times first in the early game.
Hey, Mike. I really love Mike. I think Mike. That's your so good when he uses up all the mobility items. dagger at this range. And it's like that to still support. Terror to deal with.
That really double kill from him. Already making it.
Radiant's
ICF
middle tower is under
forward right
attack.
now.
Kind of like baited BSJ. Huh? Oh.
That's on cap. Casted 8 minutes of this game with that on.
Oh well, nothing exciting happened.
Oh, we have Mike going on CC at the bottom, but it's just a little love poke from old teammates. Mike has his dagger already. Either way, this is still a lot of pressure on CC. The man's got 36 CS compared to Mike's 3.
Cole doesn't have like the best. He's supposed to be a strong. Best like.
But it's gonna be hard. I feel like it's gonna be hard for him to get his game with being pretty far behind right now. I guess they do have pretty good team fight.
Team freedom.
Yeah.
Top 3 now.
Radiant's bottom tower
And
is
take
under
one.
attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
ESJ has his flag, especially in with his bottom tier 1 pretty early.
Radiant structures are fortified.
This is pretty bad for Soul because it opens up bottom jungle, and since he's so far behind, that's where Soul wants to be.
Active man. He got a dazzle. Congratulations.
So, what does Fire need to do right now to sort of get back in the game? Like, they need to hit 6 on the Warlock?
I mean, they got to get their level 6. Even.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They hit 6 and then try and force a fight with maybe like a Rubik smoke with an Ember or something. Just try and get a big team fight that way, because I think that is the one thing that they do better than Freedom overall. Those 2 big ultimates right now.
I almost feel like they just have to play it like really slow and just need for Freedom to make a mistake. Better objectives. Oh, it's tough because if you bring this in too early, you go back. That's pretty important.
Oh no,
We'll pick
like
up his level 6.
Okay, that's good. And then the silver line is that you can get to a bonus on my side.
That is really good takeoff. Great kill. Maybe they'll be able to get to tier 1 before. I would be very much accepted.
Yeah, I mean, it's something, but they're not going to be able to take this tower. Freedom is rotating up right now, and unless they get some godlike team fight, I don't really see them. They just have to back off.
Give up this tier 1, probably tier 2.
Dire's bottom tower is
Freedom.
under attack.
No, I think they're looking like they want to try and defend. They do have those 2 big ultimates up right now.
Oh, the bottom lane. I think they just wait for him. Take this one away.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's a shame the Ember Spirit. Okay, he just got his second remnant, but he'd be like farming the mid lane or something. Remnant back in or TP back in, because it's just these 5 fire heroes sitting up top, not really. The Mike is pushing in bottom.
You managed to get They're going to be able to get the relocate, or not. Whoa, Jubei didn't actually throw off the relocate. The SF is going to be fine to throw out the black hole, though. Jubei low in the background there. The Arc is trying to get off the SF. Not much control on the block, but still gets stopped. Max off, double fired. Finish off, great big jump over. Can't finish off Jubei. That blast. They'll leave 2 down on the side of Fire. Stuff as well. Not sure what fluffy stuff was digging about. There's definitely no way you defend the tower anymore before you're down. You're going to
Radiant's top tower is falling.
Yeah, unfortunately, they felt like they had to go on somebody there, but they went on the hero with the Aegis.
great idea. Not a great idea at all. Especially since they didn't have, like, they used telekinesis, they used black hole. And so you didn't have that, like, you didn't have an immediate strong disable. Bluff and stuff threw down hit like offering and it stopped the SF ultimate, but it was still going to go off no matter what. That kind of kills your team. You know that ultimate's coming, you just need to rush into it. Quickly separated the fight.
Beyond just all the damage it does, your own damage.
Yeah. Pretty much team fight killer.
Bad. At this point, I think Fire just has to ride it out, try and take whatever traits that they get, that they can get. Take a team fight with those ultimates down and so far behind.
Oh, Jesus Christ, BSJ. Greedy, greedy man. Got the plus 80 devour bonus and Handamitis. The guy.
Dare question him. What am I saying? Oh, yes, dude. Whitebeard picks up his blink dagger. Hiding in the trees right now, trying to look for, I guess, anything, but maybe try and cancel some TPs. Not gonna spot anybody with that ward, so let the Fires gonna back off from that tower.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The tower that team definitely not need.
Pushing up.
He's not going to be close enough to get a melee. Try. Space for freedom. Mid lane into tier 2. Ike Smite immediately goes up to top lane as well. Ike Smite, always great at being it. See the opportunity. Oh, SF got caught by a counter ward, so unfortunately he used the Silver Edge to praise Yamato.
That's a big pick-off.
Very big pickup. Not sure what Fire are going to be able to get it. 35 seconds, but all their lanes are pushed in. Roshan is obviously not up yet, so without farm, that's kind of all they're doing.
Buys them a little more time to get this troll back into the game. He is mainly poor right now. I like this pickup out of Dax. Skips the... just goes straight into the BKB, so Doom is forced to either Doom him or head of somebody, I guess. Maybe a little more important than control of the He knows that Doom is their only...
And Doom doesn't really have the range on his very east that black hole area. So you have to kind of approach from the side or behind.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
It's still gonna be rather slow hitting. Maybe once he sees that BKB, he can...
Radiant's middle
It's
tower.
not, I think it's very
Yeah,
short.
but at least then you're not using health.
The cast animation on that, also garbage.
At least he's gonna be going a blink dagger instead of a blade suit up.
Yeah,
Not
he
very
did.
nice, yeah.
As, I mean, he sees that Motto already picked up a single edge. You don't want to double down on
And I really don't think that we're going to be too split up and see too many opportunities. First of all, freedom. I think that they're far enough ahead that they should just kind of opportunity. FireDota opposite it. Fire, they're gonna try and split, especially with the Ember Spirit. Maybe some. They will have to go into a 5-man team fight.
Freedom is showing a lot of respect for Fire's ability to keep fight right now. But right now they're looking for a pickoff as 3 heroes smoke up behind the guys.
So that's gem. Good times. Okay, I mean, first of all, if you get a gem this early,
Radiant's middle
you
tower
never
has
separate
fallen.
from you. That is just so bad. If it's 30 minutes in and you have your gem and that gem holder's wandering around, okay, that's fine. This early, there's no reason you should ever be letting your gem holder wander off by yourself.
Did he buy that gem? God, I hope not. Because, like, him dying like that and then buying the gem and
Yeah, it
losing
was
it.
quite good. I mean, he was farther ahead for Rubik than the rest of his team.
That still feels so bad.
Got the Doom thrown on him. He is very dead. And killed T-Bang, but no one's going range for him, so the struggle. Still for BSJ. BSJ very quickly taking over top network with this greedy and a minus power growth. They just, I think they're looking at a BK. That's the high ground. So then, even if you do get like black, it's just not going to be enough. They're so dependent on their Embers. It's going to be so long until the troll is a threat. Full damage side of things. It's going to be all they have to do.
Well, Roshan does just respawn. Fire is aware of this because they...
Fire, really. Just to prevent.
Well, they're looking for a fight right now.
Yeah, they can get the right takeoff.
Maybe they can take Roshan for themselves?
Yeah, exactly. If you take a Dazzle out of the equation, team about fighting, they'd be entirely reliant at that point in time. Yeah. No. Still gets rooted up. Is going to be able to Lotus Orb that one off. Sandstorm, and there is a. What the hell is the gem? Popped off by Mike before he went into that side adventure.
Eagle misskilled. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, I could see him going, I'd rather have, I don't know, Snow Shell look great. I'd rather have one of those abilities than, because I'm... There is no relocate, but a nice two-man stun. Immediately the chaotic offering goes off. Mana in position to self-heal, just makes better of it. Ice Mike does get a heal out from Jube a little bit more. Celebration there as well. Now the ultimate goes down, but it's FireDota who are well far enough back. Unfortunately, they're kind of out of ammo. So they lose 2C as BSJ blinks the one-off on him. Good shot at
So hard for Fire to take one barrel off.
Get even worse. Limit Cake, Guardian Dreams.
The Mike already has that Lotus Orb.
I just this is the position that I feel like a lot of Ember Spirits definitely. Everyone's used to playing around the Ember Spirit. We know his timings rather well. And it feels like the enemy teams shore up this game area, and then it feels like Ember Spirit is just kind of a wasted pick. This is supposed to be when he's strongest, and he can do much. They're not capable of really hitting. And then your next timing is kind of a big game.
Well, to be fair, they were so far behind coming to this mid game.
Gonna be caught here. Nice pick up there. They will be able to burst down plus a black hole. Make sure Tomato not going anywhere. Take away that Aegis. There is no limit. Tomato's just gonna die here. Maybe not. Buyback from Jube. Probably a good call just to make sure he does have the opportunity to make that safe practice up going down, as well as TC on the side. It's initiation for Dune and Epicenter. Alright, nice turnaround.
Yeah, once he popped that BKB, they didn't really have a black hole after that to really control him.
He had to wait until...
Yeah, I agree. When TC just got caught out on the side again, he is having a very unenjoyable game.
Natural laning phase, natural game.
Not a lot of catch-up mechanics here. Well, on the plus side, I will be up with the high ground.
Tower. Jube. Greedy. Catches one of the midways. Pulling it over with his balls. Needs to pull back down. Jump forward. Ring does miss dodge and slide of mid. And will manage to jump out. In and out they go, but Fire, they gotta back out now. TC just gets blown up. I'm not sure what was supposed to be accomplished there because there was no big black hole. Chaotic offering really wouldn't have done nearly enough to grant freedom. It kind of felt like a poke that not everyone on Fire was on the same.
Yeah, Cole without those big team fight ultimates used and without his supports being able to control freedom, he just gets bursted down. SF does so much damage to him.
I got about 20,000, almost 20,000. Well, words are getting pretty farm limited. Jube, as his mech and is going to Fuller Crest, Daedalus, or excuse me, Crystallis. Get Daedalus quite soon. Filter Edge, Peak. For other carries, they have.
I don't. Alright.
Right on top of the that's gonna happen! Oh, well timed by Tomato. The patience to make sure he got the ultimate right on top of the ring. Let's manage. SF. stolen by the Rubik. Don't think that's it'll though. I'm sure Freedom is going to be waiting out.
This
next
is going to
rush
be the next fight. They're going to get 5-man Black Hole and Warlock ult. And Rubik is going to right on top of it. Channel that Requiem.
and a unicorn.
I mean, I think if you're Fire, really, that's what you have to pray for at this point. They are insanely far behind. I think, and there's so much sustain between the Dazzle and the Wisp. Even if you catch out one of Freedom's cores in a big ultimate, I don't think they die. You get Shallow Grave, used, Wisp healed.
It's young before that.
Right.
Hold on.
Ult just doesn't have the damage right now. He's forced into a BKB right now because he doesn't even feel like he can get close in a team fight.
Doom is about to get his global stat. He's gonna get
25 health.
it's a 25 health regen. And he's got 60 HP regen on top of that from Scorched Earth. Naturally, he's got strength regen in there as well. The guy's just gonna be the armor item. He's got the magic source of damage from
Armor watch, there's no minus armor on Fire.
I know you're feeling.
Dire's
Feel that first hit, crit, double damage.
I think at this point, Fire really just has to hope for some.
Next. Up next. Meanwhile, Brink is sitting on a Maelstrom at the NSNY. Woo! And it's the you know, like, I'm gonna win mid game and do things item. You know, it's not like SNY. You're like, oh yeah, 30-minute SNY. We're gonna do things now. It's the I've got to buy 20 minutes. I'm gonna roll the shit out of a team. No, you can't do this with. Did it last time. Oh yeah.
Well, that's just about half his HP.
Oh man, imagine if he had that double damage earlier. Gem. Using that gem was so bad for Fire. How do you just give a gem to the enemy team? You don't accomplish anything. They didn't even kill a ward with it. Brought the ward down to half health with the gem.
I'll take your fate.
I mean, I want to look at possible win conditions for Fire, but honestly, this is looking dope bleak.
Look at their map. It's very dark, very scary.
One ward up top, I guess, but honestly, if you look at Freedom's wards, they're surrounded by Fire. They will know when they come out. They're basically trapped inside their building.
So the only way Fire can actually get out unnoticed is smoke, and that becomes rather obvious with such aggressive wards. You don't see any heroes.
I think Freedom is which the timer is about to end, but I think once they get that, they just start walking uphill with the Shadow Fiend.
And that's the other thing. Right? Team Freedom, great base breaking stuff, is one of the best. Ranged, extreme amount of physical damage. Have Jube's Wisp behind him. Fluff and stuff got caught. I don't know what Fluff is doing on this right hand side, but.
Oh, trying to get trapped in the base space for so long, they're a little bit crazy.
Just cabin fever sets in. He's like, "Get me out!
I gotta
get me
out
out
of here!"
Just runs off into the wilderness. Makes some sort of horror movie. The rest of Fire just heard his screams.
I mean, like,
And they've all been now reinforced to absolutely stay inside the cabin. Do not go outside. There's things in the darkness.
I mean, the right play for him is just to sit in base, but Honestly, how awful does that feel? You're just sitting in your base, not moving. You're just getting abandoned at that point if this wasn't like a private lobby.
And again, if this is a pub, I'm pretty sure. And, you know,
You're sitting
And-
there down.
go down mid. Freedom, of course, they're not going to do that. They're going to give it zero opportunity for FireDota to make this comeback. Double damage, they see him immediately. Gonna be able to blow him up. No save from Jube in time. A BKB was used by Brax, but no other real big ult is to kill the black hole. They still have the chaotic offering as well. This is their great chance. They got the black hole and the two supports in the back line. Mike has already used his burst, like there's nothing he can do to actually stop that. Somehow the two supports actually survive for a little while, but they're obviously bug splattered on the windshield of the FireDota train, making a comeback.
Oh, Roshan respawn. Go take Roshan, guys.
Oh shit. Roshan, what a time, man. What a caster curse.
All right,
Team Freedom playing it safe, making sure there's no comeback. Immediately get run over.
Oh, this is step 1 of like 56.
Yeah. I was gonna say 50, yeah. So, let's go over the steps as many as possible. Win a team fight. Take Roshan. Use Aegis to win another team fight. Take tier 2. Control the map. Farm a shit ton of items. Get next Roshan. Go high ground. Take tier 3. Take Shrine 1. Take Shrine 2.
I think you're missing like win 3 to 4 more team fights.
Yeah, we're also missing like buy gem and take wards. All right, the fight. Freedom already. TC very low. Looks like he may just take out Scorched Earth. Now gone. Right click. Infernal Blade. And that'll be the Aegis down. No real good ways to save. They go a black hole. The chaotic offering play in order to try and save the troll. Is it worth it? Not sure if it is. Kind of feeling like they just let TC die. And that's really what they do. Aired a whole. But TC doesn't have buyback. I was expecting him to have buyback, so I thought maybe Fire were just gonna play around that. But
Well, they know they don't have black hole right now. They can just fuck up mid.
yeah, without that black hole and chaotic offering, I don't think there's any. Oh, nice more stab play with the burrow strike back. Mono's already at half health. That is absolutely one way for a push.
Well, he's actually just gonna be back up to full pretty soon.
True, but you have defeated one of the creatures. Oh man, Freedom's doing the smart. See if they had wait for keep waiting for roll.
Half damage on that tower.
Another force snap, of course the starts bouncing back right here. Stopped by a BKB usage 9 to mono. They've got the tier 3 now. The shrines are open for them.
Like that was one of those 1 step forward, 2 step back kind of thing.
Only they could have gotten out. Who didn't right click Roshan enough? You know, it's always that. Whenever you look at like, oh, we didn't take that melee reactor, we didn't take Roshan fast enough, you're like, all right, who was the asshole?
Who saved their spells?
Yeah. Who was sitting farming neutrals nearby? Everything. And it's going to. I like that he didn't immediately go for Lincoln Spears, honestly.
It wouldn't have done anything.
Yeah, he just would have been such a non-factor that blocking a dupe. Like the fact that back for the link.
Oh, an incredibly hard fight.
You go like straight after this because honestly, he is approaching level 25 kind of quickly, and you do need some sort of crazy way to be a team taking your base.
I suppose you do, because really, like, I don't think there's any.
Oh, this is sick. Caught the Wiz too. Jube lets down his guard and groups up a little bit too much with the SF. And now the rest of the team Freedom were actually kind of looping around. So all of a sudden they're caught on the wrong side of things with 3 heroes in between the 5-man of Radiant and their base. Fire are just going to back up successfully. The base won't be able to get kills, but that buys them another probably minute and a half at least, if not more. It might be the SF wants to wait for hit Scotty.
Some a little bit sloppy out of freedom, getting cut out like that and being spread out across the map. I think at that point, you know, if you're thinking, hey, you want to reach high ground, keep up.
Yeah.
But going back to Ember item choices, yeah, I think there's no other item except for the Octarine and level 25 on him that really changes how you fight. Yeah, it's probably
Dire's top tower.
FireDota have won a number of pickoffs.
They've gotten pickoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a great black hole, and like the other fight they won was when SF literally walked up high ground by himself into 5 heroes. So if that happens, you know, they got a great chance.
Hey. Or, relocated as well. They are going to try and beat down TC. He gets dripped up. They're trying to right-click him out. He's actually doing a good amount of damage before he dying. Fire.
That's gonna get caught. He does get clipped by the end of that Shiva's.
No one else can get caught. Troll has buyback. He can use it, and that's all good. But they've only just begun their comeback.
Doom has been used though.
Freedom probably just gonna poke at him, force the buyback back away. We'll also see if Fire can hold. Don't use it. They had, because there's no tier 3 be chipped down. That's our their shrine advantage is already gone. If they could just keep this melee of Rax alive, they're happy. Yep. Pushing into Warlock, it's tough business. Fire. Will manage to keep control. His buyback intact, and more importantly, his progression in items.
His item progression is crap.
True, but it could be totally.
Maybe they get a right spot. He is in such a troublesome position right now because he's not strong enough to farm on his own, yet he still has to in order to get items.
Ember's going for the Octarine.
Adam, maybe like the 2 items that you could
It was either Mjolnir or Octarine.
We picked
50,
the right
50.
one. That's my new favorite subreddit, by the way. Wish it was updated a little.
There's only so much.
It's so frequent.
I mean, I'm waiting until like there's there's gonna be 50-50, and it's gonna be like there's gonna be some other.
So they like the great thing about 50-50 is that it plays into his name so well.
It does. It does. I'm just saying, like occasionally. And that hand of mine did not last very long. I think he got it in 15 minutes and sold it probably at 55 or something like that.
The Dooms? Oh.
Paid for itself.
It definitely did. He farmed
It did.
incredibly fast.
Gonna have level 25 now. The very sad Devour Ancient up. I think you look at that and you're like, oh, that sounds cool.
For the Infernal Blade. Yeah.
And then you look at the Ancient Creeps and you're like, all those abilities are garbage. Not compared
Golem.
to plus 2% in for.
Look at the Golem.
That is literally the only one that I think can sway you into
Yeah.
Ancients, and that's like purely based on setup. And I mean, honestly, when you have the Scotty on Oh, he actually. It's MKB and he's yeah. When you have some sort of big health upgrade on the SF, that peaking percentage actually.
Yeah. I think once he gets that satanic, and I think once they start fighting as 5 instead of him just randomly being on his own, I think it's still gonna be super hard for them.
And around your shrine.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
We have a smoke up from Team Vito.
They do not see. All right. Round 2, FireDota. Right around the Roshan pit. You better hurry up. Hell up. Beat that crap. All right, they're going to make a find here on the Eagle. There's going to be no shallow grave or leave this fight, but an Aegis is already picked up by Toronto. Yeah, but maybe they can get an extra. Thanks, Mike. Blow the sword. Burrow shot. So they make it into the cliff area, though. Pass his hands over the pin. You can protect that one. Nice burrow onto Toronto. Now he does have the Aegis blow. Dube coming in to save him, so they have to throw out the Chaotic Offering just to be able to stop the TC from going down, but they get ring caught as well as Ike's Mike makes a nice little burrow strike play in catching 2. Will be winning the fight, still having Aegis to work off of, and Burrow back number 1.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
BSJ does have the orchid, but in case it's make his
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Does take a lot of damage in the process. And so much hit. Do that. It's here. Really right. But maybe they can make it go here. The upheaval slowing down Tomato so much. At the same time, the Enigma's already been threatened. DC still manning up on Tomato, but the MKB is too much for him to handle. Unless he gets real lucky on Bashes, but it's actually the heal from Eagle, plus the burnout from the Inferno play that gets that kill. Another on Rubik. Now mass buyouts, but they still don't have their big Enigma. He got picked off by X Mike. That means
gonna this next set. I don't think Fire can do anything about it.
maybe just maybe. Pretty sure this. Maybe taking so high to Phoenix. Onto Milano, Burrow Strike also being used there, pushing past that back. A lot of them are actually dropping kind of low, but there goes the Shallow Grave with all the heals. Pretty nice, that last shot there from Milano. Another attempt here by Whitebeard, but they actually come forward, man, to the left flank. Onto control, TC pops his BKB, goes for Ike. Mike almost has him. Mike trying to get out, unable to do so. They've also taken away that Aegis and relocate out that really Tomato all by himself. He does have the BKB though. Brink immediately goes to the back line, ignoring Tomato while that has the Shallow Grave target. Unable to get him, but Braxton is done. He's got the BKB. Now they can focus him down. They actually hit the black hole on Jube as well. That means Tomato will fall. He managed to kill TC on his way out though. Jube also going to be caught here, but BSJ is still a big threat. Can't really be dealt with as he's going to be able to immediately blow up Brink. No buyback there, nor from TC. Jube does end up going down, but it's just the support tower of Fire manning up against a big bad Doom of BSJ. He's got a Bloodthorn. He's hit damn hard with that Inferno blade. JC's here all the way back to the fountain and start working off
I think
power.
Freedom should just buy back on the rest of their heroes right now. No, yeah, they know the 2 cores out of Fire and buy back. They can just
Might just be the throw. Double buyback. There
There we
comes
go.
relocate. Making megas and probably out and Fire still has. Thank you, Jeff.
Radiant's top barracks
The Ember Spirit.
with Dire.
Or not, because they bought a refresher and Brax.
Oh, this is the Hail Mary here.
Too bad he already used that. Beat him. They were like, whatever, we got Megas. Back out.
Alright, let's see if Brax 5-man on a Cole. The auto ball. I mean, this is gonna be the only time if it happens. If it doesn't happen, the game is over. Yes, J Doe picks up a refresher himself and has so much gold. Highest net worth in the game right now.
$744 gold per minute.
Woo!
That is. That consider.
Shut up. Have a bunch of stacks. Got a nice ability. He did buy back as well.
Your black hole opportunity doesn't catch Juve and the turnaround. Oh no, they're going to be able to catch at least Kamado, but he heals up the satanic. No! They couldn't finish off the SF. Here I was going to say BSJ was going to clean everything up, but Kamado still survives through that black hole and executes one after another. Pretty much as expected, are going to be able to